Welcome everybody. As far as I know, we've handled the technical problems this week. Sorry about last week. Hope you can hear and see us, and hope you had a chance to look at the notes that we sent out for today. And obviously we're inside. It's quite a cool and wet day here, so we were hoping to plant tomatoes this weekend, but I think we need to wait another week or two for the temperatures to come up a bit. So we're going to be inside this week. Thanks for joining us from wherever you are, and please leave some comments at the end. Let us know how it was for you. We're really enjoying sharing our space with you and sharing some dances. It's a good opportunity to dance every week, learn some new dances, share our home. So we're going to do some green energy dances today. It's full out spring here. We've got, I posted a picture a day or two ago just outside this window. This window is full of azaleas in bloom, and they're just gorgeous. We've got this week, it's just different highlights every week. This week it was irises all over the neighborhood. So we're in full spring here, and I wanted to dance with some of that energy and share it with you, and also send some energy and blessings, into our space, our dance garden, which is mostly planted and getting ready for the summer. So we're going to dance with all of that, and we're going to start with a dance called the garden song. Some of us learned this in grade school, and I don't have any idea whether it's known beyond the U.S. I suspect it is, but it was recorded by a lot of different folk musicians in the 70s. John Denver and Peter, Paul and Mary, and Pete Seeger and many others. This particular recording that I like is with Macom and Clancy, and it also features Pete Seeger. So it's very simple. This is something that you could, if you're outside and you're dancing among some trees and some flowers, you can easily weave this around the landscape. So it has two parts, grapevine for the first part, side in front, side behind, and then two crossing steps, one to the right and one to the left. We go side, cross, back, side, cross, back. That's the whole dance. Grapevine, 3, 4, side, cross, back, side, cross, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, side, cross, back, side, cross, back. And I made a note in my notes. If you want to add a little bit more to it, variations are always welcome. An easy variation, if you feel like adding a turn on top of the grapevine, you can certainly do that. Of course, other variations are very welcome. So, garden song. Jump in here, Diane.
Hi. Thank you for joining us.
Inch by inch, row by row,
Crossing.
cultivate this garden row.
Grapevine.
All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm and from below, till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling the weeds and picking stones, man is made of green time is close at hand. Rain and rain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music from the land.
Optional turn.
Inch by inch, row by row, oh, to make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. And oh, watch him humbly from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feather leaf of air. And inch by inch, row by row, how to make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Inch by inch, row by row, oh, to make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Till the rain comes tumbling down.
I love that song. Let's see. So, GreenMan. Came across this poem this week, which I think I sent out in the first announcement. I don't have an author. I don't have a title. I think of it as just titled "To the GreenMan." I saw you in the forest, your eyes so deep and green. I saw you in the fields, dancing there unseen. I heard your breath of life as you tickled leaf and blade. I wondered at your rippling skin of amber, gold, and jade. I banish smog and poisons as I bring you into my life. I release all pain and suffering. I refuse to live in strife. Your gifts of joy and bounty are welcomed in this place. Pray bring blessings to each season and to this sacred space. GreenMan dance. This is a good stompy dance. A lot of spring dances traditionally involve some stomping to connect with the earth, but also I think to help to assist, to give some energy back to the earth, to assist with the awakening and the opening. There's probably the first spring dance I learned in circle dance many years ago, Sadia Sarogasek. We always called it the worm dance because my understanding was it was a traditional dance that was done out in the fields to help wake up the worms. I really love that. So, a lot of good stomping, and I believe we've solved the microphone issue with the stomping, so pretty sure that, I mean, we haven't both jumped up and down with this microphone, but pretty sure that we've eliminated that noise issue that we had a couple weeks ago. The rhythm throughout is slow, slow, quick, quick, quick. And there are two parts, verse and chorus. So the verse is simply 2 steps in Yemenite, and we have 4 of those sets going to the right. We pivot and do 4 more back to the left. So we go slow, slow, back together, forward, slow, slow, back together, forward, slow, slow, back together, forward, and slow, slow, back together, forward. Now your weight's on your left foot, you just pivot. Your right foot is free. This is sort of a mirror to the left. We're not mirroring the feet, we're going to use the same feet that we use going to the right. So you're starting off with the right foot, slow, slow, back together, forward, slow, slow, back together, forward, slow, slow, back together, forward, and slow, slow, back together. Face the center for the second part. The chorus, we have 2 steps in. Basically the pattern is 2 steps and 3 stomps. So we have 2 steps in, 3 stomps, stomp, stomp, stomp. Your left foot is free, so we're going to cross to the right, cross, together, stomp, stomp, stomp. Your right foot's free, you're going to step back 2 steps, back, back, stomp, stomp, stomp. Once more to the right, cross, and stomp, stomp, stomp. And there's a 5th segment in the music. Your right foot is free, so we're going to change direction at the end and cross over to the left. Cross, and stomp, stomp, stomp. That's enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. The 2 things. At the very end, when you cross, and stomp, stomp, the very last step of the dance, you want to touch instead of stomping and putting your weight on it. Touch with your right, because you need your right foot free back at the beginning of the dance where we're walking to the right. That's one thing. And the other was, yes, the very last time through, the chorus repeats. So we'll go in and out and side to side, and then hopefully I'll hear it in the music to remind us to go in and out, side to side again the last time. GreenMan.
Man may build his castles tall, green.
very pleased to dance green energy theme today. Sending out green energy. I think we all could use, can't have too much green energy in these times. So, glad, very glad to share it with you. So the next dance is not specifically green energy, but it's beautiful, supportive energy. And this is a dance that I've just learned this week. This is a dance for the song that many of you are probably familiar with, Stand By Me. Steps by Samara Kronbauer in Brazil. And if you haven't had a chance to look at her teaching of this dance, I highly recommend it to you. She does a beautiful job teaching. It's a wonderful dance. I love it. I fell in love with it the first time I saw it. And I think it's a great dance to do right now with the spring energy. And just to remind us to stand with each other wherever we are and whatever we're going through. It's so important. It's perhaps the most important thing we can do right now is to stand with each other, be with each other, support each other, communicate with each other. This is a bit more intricate than the other dances in this set, so I'm going to take a little bit more time to teach it, and hoping that the teaching will come across. If you don't already have a center, a candle, or some flowers, or a rock, anything, I would suggest you find something to put in the center, because that's going to give you your orientation for this dance, because there are 3 turns in the dance, and some of the time we're facing to the right, some of the time we're facing to the left, and so everything is oriented with respect to the center. So having an object in the center will help you keep your direction. So, about 2/3 of the dance is the same rhythm with a quick, slow rhythm. So we start with a sway to the right and sway back and cross, and then we repeat that on the left side. So swaying to the right, we go quick, slow again, quick, slow. So just do that a few times. Start getting it into your body, the rhythm to the right, sway and cross, sway and cross. I'm going to build up the dance piece by piece, but we only do those 2 steps, once to the right, once to the left. Sway and cross, sway and cross. Now, your weight is on your left foot, so we do the same rhythm, 1 step back and 2 forward, back, forward, and repeating now with the left foot, back, forward. So let's do the dance up to there. The important thing to remember, if you don't happen to come out of the dance on the right foot or in coordination, to get back to the beginning, the first step is swaying to the right with the right foot. So we go sway and cross, and we go back and forward again, back and forward. And this is, at the end of that step is the first turn. I've turned a quarter turn to the right. I'm now facing to the right with my left shoulder into the center. I'm going to do 2 side steps to the right, side together, side. My weight's on my right foot. I'm going to pivot all the way around to the right, 180 degrees, and land on my left foot and do 2 side. Now I'm now facing to the left. Do 2 more side together, side together, side. So I'm just going to go through the in and out, and then from the beginning. So going in, we're starting by rocking back and forward again, back and forward turn. Now we have 2 side steps going out to the right, side together, side, turn, side together, side. Okay? I'm going to go back, cycle back to the beginning and walk through it. Again, remember, starting with the right hip, the right side, sway. You go sway and cross, sway and cross. Then we go back, back and forward, again back and turn, side steps, side together, side, turn, side together, side. We're almost done. The ending, you're facing to the left. You have a quarter turn to face the center, and with your weight on your left foot, so that your right foot is free. And we're going to rock in and out with 4 beats, and then we're going to do a grapevine to the right. So go in and out and side, cross, side, cross. That's the end of the dance. So again, in the ending, you've turned, then your quarter turn in, landing on your left foot. You're rocking in and out 4 steps, in and out and grapevine, side, cross, side, cross. That's the whole dance. It's a beautiful dance. It fits beautifully with the music. I'm going to walk it through from the beginning. I'll tell you what, I'll slow it down just in case you need that, and then I'll try to bring it up to tempo. So slower, sway and cross, sway and now we go back, back and forward again, back and turn. Side together, side, turn, side together, side, face center, forward and back and grapevine to the right. Beginning of the dance, side and cross, going back, back and forward again, back and turn. To the right, side together, side, turn, side together, side, turn, rocking in and out, in and back, and grapevine to the right. I think that's just about up to tempo. The other thing I'm going to do, which hopefully will help you get this into your bodies, and this is what we almost always do with a new dance that we want to take some time with and learn it, just get it into our bodies. So we're going to dance it through twice with the music. First time, I'm going to lead and speak over the music, trying to give you some cues. And the second time, I'm going to tone that down, maybe just give you a few cues so that you can just more thoroughly enjoy the dance and the music. Thank you. Stand by me.
This song says, no matter who you are,
Remember, the first
no matter
step
where
is
you
sway to the
go in
right.
your life, at some point you're going to need somebody to stand by you. Oh yeah, oh my darling, stand by me.
There you go. 2, 3, 4.
No matter who you
Sway
are.
and cross. Sway and
No matter
come back.
where you go
And back.
in life,
And turn.
you gon' need
Side and side.
somebody
Side and side.
to
In
stand by you.
and back. And grapevine
No
to
matter
the
how
right.
much money you got,
Sway and back.
all the things
Again back.
you got,
And turn.
you gon'
Right
need
and right.
somebody
Left and left.
to
In
stand by
and
you.
back. And grapevine to the
When
right.
the night has come
Come back.
and
turn, in and back, and
You
side,
know
front,
you
side,
can
front.
stand by me.
And back.
Oh, stand,
Side, going in.
come on, stand by me.
Back.
Yeah.
Dip,
Oh,
one,
well,
two,
let's go. Let me look at her. Well, she tumbled and fall.
and turn.
On
Sunset.
the mountains, they just tumble.
Rock in and back. And bring it back. And turn. Side. In and back. Right. One, two, left. Back. Back again. And turn. 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 Yes. Back. Right. Two, left. And turn. Yes. Back. Right. That's that. Goodbye. Back. Back again. That's that. Rock again now. Goodbye.
Not as long as you stand by me. Thank you, thank you.
Great song and great dance. And again, just something we do often in our local circle when we fall in love with a dance, especially when we're just learning it. Just do it again. Again, I'll do fewer cues and enjoy it.
This song says, no matter who you are, no matter where you go in your life, at some point you're going to need somebody to stand by you.
Start with a straight right.
Oh yeah, oh my darling, stand by me.
Here we go.
No matter who you are, no matter where you go in life, you gon' need somebody night has come, and the land is dark, and that moon is the only light we see.
To the right.
Though I won't be afraid,
And
I won't
back again.
see one here,
Turn.
just as long
Again.
as the people understand by me.
Grapevine.
Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand, stand by me. Come on, stand by me. Yeah. Oh, well, the sky that we look upon, well, she tumbled and fall. All the mountains, they should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Please stand by me. Stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Please stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, baby. Not as long as you stand by me. Hey, thank you, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful dance. The music, some of you are familiar with an organization called Playing for Change. Wonderful organization. Musicians all over the world that create music. That piece of music was recorded by probably 24 or more different musicians in different locations all over the world. Not only do they create beautiful music, but also they have a very strong purpose to support and sustain music education for children wherever they are. So if you're not familiar with Playing for Change, I highly recommend them to you, not just for their great music, but for the excellent organization that they are. All right, well, hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. And I wanted to come back to a dance we did last weekend, partly because in our circle we very often will repeat a couple of dances one week to the next to give us some continuity, and partly because we were offline last week and we didn't have the chance. We thought we were dancing with all of you with this dance and the other dances we did last weekend. It turns out that we weren't. So we wanted to experience this with you. And so this is called 1,000 Blessings. And this is a very slow dance. I heard this music, we heard the Kronos Quartet perform this piece of music. This is a traditional Finnish song, a Scandinavian song, Swedish I think, Scandinavian. We heard the Kronos Quartet perform it. I fell in love with it. It's gorgeous music. And it was right about this time of year when everything was opening and opening and opening. And I just thought that it captured some of the slow, precious opening process, the growth process that's going on all around us. And especially right now in East Tennessee, I really believe that if you could just slow yourself down enough, you could just sit and watch the flowers open and the green spring out in the trees and the bushes. So this is to help us slow down and drink in the great beauty all around us and the blessings. Help us to see the blessings that are in front of us. So the steps are very simple. We're going to the right, we go side, cross front, side, sway. And after each 4 steps, there's a pause. And after a couple cycles of the music, there's often an even longer pause. Again, just to stop, slow down, drink in the blessings, and be in touch with your gratitude. So side, cross, side, sway. That's all we're doing with our body and with our feet. And our arms are slowly symbolizing the slow, slow opening of the plant world all around us. So in the first 4 steps, the arms are going to come up to shoulder height in front. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to gather the energy. Imagine the energy building inside those tight little seeds. 1, 2, back to the shoulders, as close in as is comfortable for you. And you're ready to break open the seed. Going up, 2, 3, opening and opening. And then, of course, at the end of the season, the petals fall and the leaves fall. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Once more with the hands coming up to shoulder level, not rigid, but straight out in front, but not rigid. 1, 2, 3, 4. The feel that you want to get with this is the hands are continuously moving ever so slowly during those first 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and opening, side, cross, side, pause, and finally closing, side, cross, side, pause. So, 1,000 blessings. I think sometime when I was teaching this, I found these words, and it works with this stance. So I realized, especially now in this very challenging, difficult time that we're all in, that you may not see 1,000 blessings in front of you. You may not be feeling that. So if you can't see 1,000 blessings, I invite you to slow down and look for 10 blessings. And if you look around and you're finding you can't see 10 blessings in front of you, then slow down your breath and your heart even more. Slow down and breathe and look for one blessing. And my experience has been that when you slow down and look for a blessing, there will be one in front of you. And possibly many more. Start with one. 1,000 blessings. Thank you for joining the circle today, for coming into our home. We're so glad to have this opportunity to dance with you, dance with each other and dance with ourselves. It's important. It's good, sweet, beautiful energy. Any kind of dance you can do by yourself, over the internet, maybe on opposite sides of the street, wherever you are. To keep dancing. And please be well and be happy, and know somehow we'll all get through this together. If we keep dancing, that'll help. It'll help. So, plan is that we'll be back here next week and just keep going as long as it's necessary, as long as it keeps serving our community. So, please give us some feedback and be well. Thank you for joining us.